I generate multi six figures a year currently in my business. And a lot of it at this point has been automated. A lot of it has been, thanks to AI, made that much better. I am a very curious person. I was testing Claude. I was testing GPT. I was testing Hermes. I tested OpenClaw. I tested all of these different places. And today, Gemini just released Flash 3.5, which is supposed to be a more affordable alternative to some of these flagship models, but also is pretty on par in some of its features, like agentic coding. So I thought it was really cool. I wanted to go through it with you. We could both go ahead, do some prompts together, compare the different models. And so without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this right here. So they haven't actually put this one into the public's eye. So I might make a video later this week on it. But Gemini Spark is their 24/7 autonomous personal AI agent. And actually, let's go ahead and hop on over here to Gemini Flash. I want to go ahead and create a YouTube video about the new changes to Gemini Flash 3.5. I would like to talk about Anti-Gravity 2.0. I would like to talk about Google Flow, and I would like to talk about Google Spark. I would also like to grab benchmarks from the official Google post against other frontier models like Claude Opus 4.7 and ChatGPT 5.5. So let's see if it pops up. Perfect. Let's see how long that takes. I want that to be very apparent because I actually did this. I just did a recording, but I want to make sure this is good. So I did a Gemini 3.5 flash deck using Claude Opus 4.7. This took absolutely forever. But I will say it came out pretty good. Like, it came out pretty good. So I think the only problem is it had way too much text on it, but I'm sure that's just a problem with the prompting. I thought the bars were pretty good. Everything was pretty solid. Like, I really have nothing against Opus other than the fact it takes 300 years for it to do absolutely anything. Other than that, it really is just nice. Okay, let's see here. The comprehensive breakdown. Okay, what is this? It's got absolute. Okay, I don't care about this. So it seems like it already messed here. Oh, I didn't tell it to make a presentation. I actually meant to tell you to make a presentation on this so I can present it to my audience. Okay, that was a mistake on my end. That was a mistake on my end. So don't cloud your judgment because of that. So I also asked a GPT to do the exact same thing. I found that it did a much better job of explaining the story more. Like, for example, the story is Google trying to own the full agent loop. So they are trying to get into agentic AI, which is like the autonomous AIs, like the AIs that are doing stuff for you. That's like their main thing that they're going for in the new Gemini Flash 3.5. I think it's cool because one of the big issues right now, especially like as I talk to my Hermes agents and stuff, is that it runs out of usage. You know, I have the $100 plan on GPT. I have the $100 max plan on Claude, and I've run into the limits all the time on my Opus 4.7. Which is Claude. And even the GPT one, you know, I run into limits every now and then, but that one's a lot more generous for sure. But nonetheless, I think it's almost done here, generating these slides. It says ready in a few minutes. We'll see if it ends up finishing here. Oh, okay. Did you see how fast that was? I don't have any context about my business either. I just slapped it there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's download this PDF here so it looks prettier. But already, it just generated this so quickly. Imagine you have no experience in AI. You have no experience in anything. You're just a retail consumer. You're just a regular guy or woman that is curious about AI. And then boom, you get this. Okay, so let's see here. It looks like the file isn't good. Can you do it on a .html? A .html is just a regular web browser opening. So it makes it a lot easier to go ahead and do. Okay, so... okay, here's a complete high energy presentation in the, okay, I think I'm too lazy for this right now. Save the code below as a .html and open it in your browser. I don't feel like doing that. Can you just give me it in a .html? Oh my God. What is this? Uh-oh. What the hell is this? Okay, so it doesn't do everything perfectly. If I ask Claude this, then it would usually give it to me on the first try. So let's keep testing it here. Let's keep giving it a try. No, I'm not going to copy paste this. Anyway, so let's just show it for what it is. I'm going to stop this response here. So this is the presentation, the actionable era, unveiling Google's 3 core ecosystem releases built around Gemini 3.5. It has frontier level ability, which it is very close to Opus 4.7 and 5 points of GPT 5.5, redefining what a lightweight model can accomplish in practice. It has hyperscale economics, which means it's much more affordable. Here is a little picture of, I don't know what that is. Get started for free. I don't know what that is, but it's got Google's anti-gravity. I guess that's maybe the website for anti-gravity. I don't know. It's got orchestrator for developer agents. So the entire idea is for enterprise builders. It's engineered for lightning fast, iterative execution loops. We have the 24/7 autopilot. I think this is the big thing. It's Google Spark. Pretty much all of these different frontier models are all making these 24/7 models. The only difference is when it comes to Claude, you need to have your computer open. It's through Cowork. And also, it's not very friendly for like stuff like Hermes agents, which are the really popular autonomous agents right now. GPT 5.5 has it on Codex. I think Codex is pretty solid. For example, used it today to make something like this. I wanted to show you. It's a very quick clip. It's just a clip comparing Opus 4.7 to GPT 5.5. It actually has voice as well. I didn't even ask it to do that.
Codex is not just chat with a terminal. It is a software workbench that can read, edit, run, verify, and hand you the diff. Claude Cowork is strong for non-technical delegation, files, documents, research, and desktop chores. But engineering work has a different shape.
You kind of get the point, right? Like it doesn't look bad. So what I did is I used a plugin called Hyperframes, and I did the following product. I said use at Hyperframes to make a video talking about Codex and why it's better than Claude Cowork at certain tasks. So this one actually looks pretty decent. I will say the UI isn't great. The user interface isn't great. That's something that overall with Codex, they don't do a great job of. But when it comes to like just doing stuff in one shot, I mean, GPT 5.5 really is the best model right now. Opus, it makes it look the best, but also it takes so long to do. And at the same time, it just asks so many questions. There's so many steps involved. Like it'll give you a better product in the end, but there's so much you need to do to get there. Versus GPT, I just slap that code in there and it gives it to me. Now, keep in mind, like, it's not that Gemini 3.5 Flash is better than either of these models, because it's not. Well, I guess it depends on your definition of that. It's much more affordable. That's their main thing. They want to be the affordable, more retail-forward customer. They want to get that retail customer. They want to get that person like you or me that is just using it occasionally. Well, I use it every day, but you know what I mean? Like people that are just occasionally using stuff that is AI related, they want you as a customer. Instead of spending $100 on a Claude Max plan and still getting maxed out and having all these issues every single day, which I have, you just get a $20 plan and you get access to a pretty affordable AI model that is competitive and also has cool stuff that some of these other frontier models has, like a 24/7 autopilot Gemini Spark. It's cloud-based, which means that the thing that I decided to drop $5,000 on, I'll show it to you. If you know, you know. I bought that in May 7th, by the way. It hasn't been that long. But a lot of that is essentially redundant. Having a 24/7 model is essentially redundant when you could do it on a cloud. It does it for you. So if you're someone that doesn't understand any of that stuff and you just want to do it, well, you're going to have a cloud-based solution to do exactly that. That's pretty cool. Gemini 3 is not just an upgrade. This is so cool. Like, where is it getting these things? So it's got Google Flow and OmniFlash. So Google Flow and OmniFlash is cool. So I saw this on the internet. I actually want to use it here. Use Google OmniFlash. I want to create an image of a guy that is going to have a brown background, dabbing on them haters, and also shooting out cool lasers. I have no idea why I said that. I'm just doing things right now. But that's the new image generation model that also uses Nano Banana, which is the image generation for Gemini, and it turns it into a video. So if you're someone, what in the world is this? I mean, I guess it did it, right? Okay, can we make that into a video? OmniFlash does videos, right? Okay. I guess he is dabbing on the haters. Dab on him vibes. So he's doing exactly that. I'm generating your video. Okay, so it's doing the video. Okay. By the end of this video, I think we'll have the video as well, so we'll be able to play that for you. But essentially, like as you saw there, look at this image quality. This is like pretty cool. This is pretty insane. Now, I will be honest. I have been using GPT Image 2.0 for pretty much all of my thumbnails. This channel is called Building in Public for a reason. I'm just going to share exactly what I'm doing, and you are probably going to find enormous value for this because I have built a pretty big brand as a result of it. But I go into places like Higgsfield and I generate multiple thumbnails. A lot of the time, it will actually kind of get my face on these thumbnails. Like for example, this is the thumbnail. And this is my face. It's very similar on these two. And I'm able to do that, for example, on the video that you're seeing right now. It has a couple hallucinations, but I was able to find this one that I thought was pretty cool. This is a little bit generated, but for the most part, it got everything right. Look at this. This is the Hermes agent, the Claude, the GPT. It looks very good. So GPT Image 2.0, in my opinion, is still stronger as a model. However, this is cool. Let's see what it did. It's 10 seconds long. I've never done this before, so we're both seeing this for the first time.
Oh no, he is dabbing on us. You cannot handle this laser dab.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I showed you that. Oh my God. That's so bad. Okay. It did it. It did what we asked. It was very cringe, but it did it. And he's dabbing on them haters. Why did I do that? Guys, I'm turning 26. I'm practically unk status at this point. But that's so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, that is in essence what it is. You saw how fast it does it. It just does it so fast. It's so fast. I think anybody that is doing anything that has to do with YouTube is going to want to use this. I actually was playing around with this before. I am doing something on my Claude Cowork, for example. Is something that I found a lot of value for Claude Cowork. And that is that I am getting my shorts from this platform called Opus Clips that does AI generated shorts. You just paste the YouTube video and it gives it to you. But a lot of the time, I don't like how they come out. And I also really don't like the titles and the thumbnails that it gives me. And so I kind of gave it a brand guideline, and it gives me some pretty solid short titles. Like, for example, Intel and PwC are already building on BitTensor subnets. Tao just landed on Solana. Here's why that's massive. Like, these are pretty solid shorts titles comparatively. And what I tell it to do is I go, hey, go on Claude on Chrome. This is how I built the skill. And go to the Opus website, actually like look through the transcripts so you can understand what the video is about. And then based on my channel guidelines, build out the title that I should use. And I thought it was really cool. And now all I do to get these things is look at this. All I do is paste the YouTube video and I say, do this one next. Like literally that's it. That's all I do to get that. And so I went over to Gemini and I'm like, okay, well, Google owns YouTube. They own YouTube. So can you do it? It says something about automated scripts. I'll be honest, it does have a lot of fluff. Like look at how much yapping this is. Just like a ton of yapping going on here. But I put the video and it was actually pretty solid. It gave me a couple clips here, the meta killer receipt, cost efficiency. I thought these were pretty solid. Think of BitTensor as a Y Combinator for decentralized AI startups. Like these are some pretty solid clips for what I was trying to achieve. And then I was asking it, can you put it on Opus? Can we do this here? They said essentially, yeah, you could, but you gotta kind of wait for anti-gravity 2.0 to come out and be normal, because right now it's having a couple issues because so many people are trying to use it. But this is how you would do it for anybody wondering. You would upload the raw content here on the Google Flow workspace, specifically Google Flow. So pretty cool, because Gemini can read these YouTube videos, which right now Claude actually can't do, and I don't think GPT can do that either. So that's actually very interesting. Let's actually try to. I'm gonna put my first upload here. Actually, let's do this together. Use Google Flow. Tell me the transcripts for this video. So one of the big issues that I've been having as a content creator is that when I upload these videos, I have to wait for Google to actually give me the transcripts to be able to do it. But if they can solve this issue, that would be great. I don't know how long this is going to take. 10 seconds? Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to take. This might take a while, but overall, still pretty cool. Let's see what else it has for us. So it already got the dab on the haters. It's already got the Gemini 3.5 Flash. It's already got the updates here. It does seem like it should tell me how long this would take to upload. I don't like that it doesn't tell me how long this takes to upload. That's kind of weird. I will say that's probably minus points here. It's just can reference videos up to 10 seconds. Oh, it can only do it up to 10 seconds. Okay, so yeah, probably don't use that for transcripts. But if you do paste the video, you can get transcripts, which is pretty cool. So a couple interesting use cases. This is apparently just a more affordable version of GPT 5.5 and Claude. I know a lot of you are running into limits. This might be that solution for you. So check out Gemini 3.5 Flash. I think it's pretty cool. I will, over the coming days, of course, be making more and more content surrounding this as Google Spark comes out, as Google Anti-Gravity 2.0 stabilizes. So if you enjoy that kind of content, if you enjoy someone building in public, then subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.